McDonagh, a Horton, Diam, a Sutton, and Sarteha, a Horseshiv doing Branona. Reverend Fathers, officers of County Board, and I suppose in particular, people of Kildangan. I would like to congratulate you and Burgess on a mighty game here this evening. I suppose goals turn games, goals win games, and at one stage the goals that Burgess had scored looked as if they turned the tide for Burgess. But you came with a goal of your own and you fought back hard and put in a storming finish. I suppose inspired substitutions, a couple of great scores in the latter part of the game. Thought we were looking at a replay next weekend, but you drove on and knocked over a couple of late points to secure a historic victory for the club. I have beside me here the Frank McGrath Cup, which will shortly hand over to Mike Scott here. But I also have beside me and Brian Kelly, giant captaincy. This is all going to be a very giant affair this evening. But I also have beside me here Paddy Morrissey, a survivor from the Kildangan team of 1943, if I'm right. Seamus Flannery is also present. I would like to welcome them both on such a historic occasion. People I need to thank, I suppose thank both teams and to thank Burgess for their part in a great game. I would also like to thank the two intermediate teams who provided the curtain raiser here today, and to thank them especially because we had to have a late change the other morning when a funeral in the Tipperary camp so that we had no curtain raiser. I'd like to thank Shannon Rovers and Newport for coming on board and bringing their game forward to 1:30. I'd like to thank the Nenagh Aero Club and Park Committee here for having the pitch in what I've rarely seen, and I think in such splendid order. Well done, Nenagh. Also, a word of thanks to Michael Cahill, the referee. It was Michael is our most experienced referee, not one of them at all, but he is the most. And I thought he had a fine game today, wasn't in any way obvious in the match, and he only maybe came into play when totally necessary. So thanks, Michael. Also, I'd like to thank the Ardell Water for their presence here today, and to all the stewards and other people who helped to make today such a success. You've listened to me for long enough. We're going to do the business that we came to do, and to hand over the Frank McGrath Cup. Now, I'd like to thank the sponsors this year, and have for the last number of years, the High B. And I'd like to particularly thank Martin and Jane Morris, as they're great sponsors, they're generous, they're a great house to call into. It has become the GA house, I think, in North Tipperary. So I'm calling on Martin Morris and the Treasurer of the North Board and Chairman of Kildangan Club, Catherine Gleeson, are going to jointly hand over the Frank McGrath Cup to your joint captains, Mr. Kelly and Ryan. So without further ado, Martin Morris and Catherine.
Let's just go back to the judge for this one. Come on. Lift it up if you want to. One up. What's happening?
Toshe Shasnik, Kuing, Blaine, Army, a punch up! Sullivan captain out. I was begging me and Marlock comes on day. It's an honour for myself and Bridie to stand up here today. Bridie opted at the start of the year to say I was the man to do the talking for some mad reason I don't know. But guys, I'm standing in a bunch here with players, subs, managers, selectors, physios, you name it, they're all here. I'm not even going to try and name them because I'm after knocking it off. But we knew coming down here today it was going to be a serious challenge. And we went in with 6 points to deficit at half time. And not one man inside that dressing room, whether he was a hurling carrier, player or substitution, had doubt that we would not come back into this game. And by God did we come back! I'd like to thank a few lads. I'd like to thank Raji as a selector. I'd like to thank Tom Freeman. I'd like to thank Hego, the silent man in the long grass who always comes out every so often to jizz us up. And the two boys that have been putting in all the work, taking hours off work, but we won't tell anyone. They're the main men behind all that. Eamon Kelly and Ger Cunningham, the work they've done is unreal. I'd like to thank all the boys that have been down knee-high in muck since January. We all know what we're talking about, but it's paid off today. 65 years we're waiting, and by God, will we enjoy the next couple of days. I'd like to thank our main sponsor, Neil McGrath. Whatever we've looked for throughout the year, Neil McGrath has looked after us, and we'll pay you back, I guarantee, in the next couple of days. I'd like to thank Hurling Carriers, Physio, Paul, anyone that has been involved, guys. It's been an honour for myself and Bridie be picked as captains, and we couldn't be captains of a better bunch of people, and that's everyone that's out here in front of us. Players, supporters, the whole lot, the flags, the signs that were out, everyone that has put in an effort. We thank you very much from everyone on the panel. A special man was away on honeymoon. He came back, he walked in the dressing room door at half time when the heads were down, but we still believed. That's Eddie Foley all the way back from everywhere. And I suppose we better, I presume we brought the wife back with him as well, Lizzie. He'll give us the yellow submarine tonight. There's a couple of people that aren't with us, guys. They've gone before us, and they're the people that we've been working hard for all year. The likes of Mike, Spike Nolan, Martin Neely, Timmy Ryan, Seamus to Jimmer Hayes, all the people, I could stay naming them here, guys. I can imagine they were looking up at a big screen down on us, through the clouds and the whole lot, and I hope to God we've done them proud because they knew what was in us. And we spare a moment for them. There's a couple of sick people here today, we know who they are. They're in the cars over there on the hill. The people of the 1943 team that's with us here today, we are delighted to say that you are part of this, and we salute the boys that are here sick in cars and the whole lot, and the best of luck to them in the future. The last thing I want to thank is the Burgess set up and team. We've had great battles down to the last, I don't know how many years the statistic was going into the day. We 35 games played, 15 wins apiece and 5 draws. It speaks for itself. I'd like to say 3 cheers to Burgess for a fantastic game, and I'm sure the help of God will meet again in the later days. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! There remain a good.
Well, awesome.